Hi everybody. Today I'm going to talk about manual modes and why manual is so much better than auto mode for taking your pictures and why you shouldn't be afraid of them. And I'm going to alleviate those fears that you may have about manual modes today. So stick around. One way that I like to compare auto and manual is by comparing your camera to yourself. Auto mode is stuck with certain rules and restrictions that it can't bend or break in order to create a good image. It has to go with those rules. That's what auto mode is, automatic. And your camera is kind of like automatic because it's just a machine. It has no thoughts or feelings. It's basically like a zombie. It has no brain whatsoever. Now with manual mode, all the tools are in your hands to control to create the images that you want to shoot. In that way, it's kind of like manual mode is human mode because your brain is your camera's brain. This is what the world looks like in auto mode. This is what the world looks like for your camera. And the reason is because your camera can't see anything. All it sees is light and dark. Mixes those two shades together and tries to make an even gray. If the whole entire image is too dark, it does what it can to lighten it up. If it's too light, it does whatever it can to darken it down to a nice medium gray. And nobody wants their pictures like that. Because you see what's in front of you. You see what you want to shoot, what photo that you can create. But the problem is, your camera can't see anything. All it does is look. It can't see. You can see. So by learning manual mode and using manual mode and the tools of manual mode, you will be able to tell your camera what you see. And it will be able to better shoot the images that you want to take. You put your brain in your camera. It uses your brain to take the images instead of just letting the camera do whatever in automatic mode. So what does this all add up to? You become a better photographer. Your images become better. Your images become better. Your knowledge of photography becomes better. And the fear and mystery of manual mode disappear and you never look back. When I started shooting pictures, I shot in auto mode. And some to most pictures were pretty good. But then there are a few that just didn't do it for me or completely bombed and failed. I didn't want to take those pictures anymore. I had to learn the tools of my photography. Like shutter, aperture, ISO, lighting, and now I always shoot in manual mode. I'll never shoot in auto again. There's just no reason to go back. So play with manual. I mean, we're living in the digital age. You don't have to fork out hundreds of thousands of dollars to experiment with film anymore. Digital's free. All you have to do is take a shot, play with some buttons, take another shot, play with some buttons. Whatever ones you don't like, you just delete. Free. You learn the tools. You learn aperture. You learn shutter. You learn ISO. For God's sake, learn a little something about light. And then you're manual all the way. No one's stopping you. Pictures start looking good. All the confusion's gone. And you know what happens next? Your photography is blown wide open! Because you know what you're doing. And then you can shoot anything. Believe me, I've done it. So can you. So play with your manual, play with your aperture priority, play with your shutter priority, play with your ISO. Come back here. We're gonna have some treats for you in the new year. So, subscribe, come back, let's have some fun and take some great photography. I'm Michael Carty. See you next time.